I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm monetized on Facebook. We all want to make money creating content that we actually enjoy, and somehow that's me at the moment. In this video, I'm going to be sharing how much I made in the last 2 months on Facebook, and I'm going to tell you the wild part. I don't even think I actually met the requirements to join the monetization program. So in this video today, I'm going to be breaking down what I think the requirements are supposed to be. Then I'm going to be talking about why I think I got approved and how much I've made anyways. Let's get into it. Hi, hello, and welcome back to the Esteldia channel. My name is Rosie, your host, and here we talk about all things social media, marketing, business, entrepreneurship, and how to monetize your social media channels. The first thing I want to delve into today is the requirements. Because there's not a lot of transparency on the internet, Meta doesn't actually disclose how you can join the monetization program. And just a heads up for everyone, the information isn't really quoted from Meta, but from other sources that I found on the internet. From the sources I found on the internet, you generally need at least 10,000 followers on your page. Some features like stars usually kick in at around a lower follower count, roughly 500. But for the main content monetization program, 10K is the number that keeps popping up in my research. You also need watch time, and the benchmark I keep seeing is around 60,000 minutes watched on your videos in the last 60 days. There's also a new reel specific benchmark. It's something around the 600,000 plays in 60 days, which sounds insane. This one is pretty typical. Your account needs to be at least 30 days old, and you can't have any community violations within the last 90 days, pretty standard stuff. It's really hard to find this information. A lot of the information that you find out there is other creators posting what they think, and a lot of other websites claiming that they know what the actual monetization program is. I think the hardest part about the Facebook program to become monetized is that there's no transparent answer, not from Meta anyways. All we do know from Meta specifically is that to join the program, you generally have to be invited. So a lot of the advice that a lot of social media gurus give is keep posting till the day you are invited. And I think that still stays true till today. Again, the metrics I just mentioned, take that as a rough guide. It's not gospel. We don't actually know because Facebook never explicitly said anything. It is important if you do want to join the program, continue posting great quality content on the channel. The next thing that I want to talk about is why I don't think I qualified to join the program. Like many people out there, a lot of people are like, oh, Facebook is dead. It's for the older generation. So I didn't really post on that page. And a lot of the times I just use it when I'm chatting with a lot of my old friends or family members. Definitely no post on there. I didn't reach any of the monetization metrics that I saw online. So watch time, real plays, or any of the follower counts, because I actually didn't use the platform at all. I was extremely shocked when I went on Instagram and I saw this lovely message from the platform saying that I was basically monetized and welcome to the program. And I'm sitting here thinking, wow, how did this even happen? And I was just so excited, ecstatic, over the moon. Now I want to talk about how I got monetized despite not meeting the requirements. So in my Meta account center, the structure kind of looks like this. So it starts off with my personal Facebook account, which is linked to my personal Instagram. I've got my foodie account on there as well. And then I've also got my Esteldia page connected as well. It's important to preface that mainly because a few of my personal Instagram videos went viral. And I'm assuming that those stats triggered Meta and said, hey, this person's content is doing really well on Instagram. Why don't we incentivize them to cross-promote that same content onto Facebook as well? A lot of the content that I was posting was relating to a lot of my travels, so they went viral. I think a few of them reached over 100,000, and I would say that's viral purely because I only have 600 followers on the account. Despite not reaching a lot of the requirements, this creator is doing really well. She posts really frequently, and she posts great quality content that people clearly love. So from what I actually understand, it looks like Facebook has looked past those requirements and the number of followers, all of those vanity metrics, despite what I'm seeing online. It's really hard to say because there's not much transparency in the area. And I do want to be very clear with you. This is just my theory. I don't actually know. Meta hasn't confirmed anything with me. But but the timing lines up way too well for me to ignore. My foodie page on Instagram has also had so many videos blow up in the past, and I do have a personal Facebook account that is attached to it, but it has its own business page. One day I logged in and I also saw that that page was eligible for monetization, and I thought, you know what? It's clicking to me, it makes sense. I don't have a concrete answer, but you know what? It is what it is, and I am so grateful for it. Now let's talk about the reason why you're here, the numbers. How much did I get paid out from Facebook? So I technically got monetized at the end of May, so only a day or half a day. So you can see from the screenshot that I got paid 1 cent, and we're not going to count that because it's not a full month, it's not even a full day. As you can see, in June, I made 25 cents, and in July, I made 80 cents. I know it's not life-changing money, and it doesn't even meet the threshold to withdraw. And that is a whole new can of worms on how much you can withdraw, because I think the threshold is around $100, and if you don't reach that, it's going to roll over. But the nice thing is that this money is in USD, so it's a nice kickback for a lot of the creators that are in Australia like me or in other developing countries. I'm going to be honest, this was actually more than I had anticipated, because the last few months have been pretty terrible for me in my personal life, and we're not going to delve into that today, but I didn't really have the chance to post as frequently as I normally would. If you think about it, I currently have 159 followers on Facebook, which is on the low side. Considering that, I am pretty happy with the numbers. And now we're going to talk about my earnings rate. So for Reels, it is 10 cents per 1,000 qualified views. I do think this is on the lower side after the research that I've done, and that's mainly because a lot of the people that viewed my content only stayed for about 5 seconds, so we need to change the hook here. I think people have a lower retention rate on Facebook than they do compared to Instagram Reels. The retention rate is a lot higher on my Instagram page, so let's see if I can tweak my content there. A lot of the consumers are from Asia. I do think that does play a role in how the RPM is calculated. Now, if we look at photos, it is significantly higher, which means I should be posting a mix between Reels and photos. My photos earning rate is 28 cents per 1,000 qualified views, which is significantly higher than my Reels rate. My text earnings rate is $0 zilch, but that's because I don't post text on Facebook at this stage. Moving forward, I do have to utilize that channel a little bit more. Based on the numbers I'm seeing, if I show up consistently, I can make a healthy amount of money on social media. I know you're probably thinking, why are you so happy over those 80 cents? And that's because I've been posting for free, basically. So I feel like those 80 cents is better than 0 cents. What does this mean going forward? I'm going to be doubling down on the content that I post on Facebook. And if there's one thing that I want you to take from this, it's that if you want to make money on Facebook and you want to join the program, don't be so caught up about the vanity metrics. Just keep posting what you currently do, repurpose your content, and create the content that you love. Just keep doing what you're doing. What I'm also going to be doing is giving you an update on what I made in month 3 on Facebook. Then we're going to be doing an update in month 6 and 12. Because I am nosy like all of yous, I'm going to also be breaking down the RPM and everything that got me to all those stats. And I want to thank you for tuning in on today's video. I hope you take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.